Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the LSU Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Lane Kiffin before the game. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he is taking them to where they thought they could go, but he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Auburn's offense will go to work first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollack.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's
breaks into the open.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Auburn lines up quickly. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown will throw it, using the back as a receiver on the screen. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tigers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And we get our first look at Sam Leavitt. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 3rd down, here's Durham. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's Durham again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, it becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Tigers in the hurry up. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Oh, this crowd wants it. They working that left side. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
To the air, it's Leavitt. Fires on the move. Got a man in the middle. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown Tigers! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The keeper on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me in the game.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They're dealing with a second and long. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Leavitt. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The run inside. It's Cobb. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Auburn lines up quickly. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Got it behind the line. It's Nimrod. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Tigers are flying down the field.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Brown wants to pass. Got a man. It's Singleton. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. They'll run play action. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Pulls it on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play action fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Quickly down 14-0. They've taken a couple of punches. Let's see if they can get something going this time. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Brown will throw it. Finds his man. It's Kane. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Keeps it himself. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Durham. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On first down, it's Durham again. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Going to the run, it's Durham. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff, Durham running left. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these two guys are doing so far. now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity where they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Auburn to the line in a hurry.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Runs through a man. He might have just keeps moving. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Right back to him. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Wants to throw again. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. On target. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Lets it fly. right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Time to settle for the field goal.
That makes the score LSU 17, Auburn 3. Number 45 set to kick this one off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. That's caught. It's Harris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. LSU right back to the line. The give to Caden Durham. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
So now it's 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd down, here's Durham. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goal. There he goes! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Pulls it in. It's Kane. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
First down for the Tigers.
Brown wants to pass. Working that left side now.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Cobb. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. So an 82-yard drive there. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Leavitt. Makes the catch. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. LSU quick to the line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, David.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Dumps it off in the flats. He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there. Tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
It leads to 2nd down.
Reads it. Fires complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Auburn lines up quickly. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. Touchdown, Tigers! Great job by the back on the option.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Line getting set on 2nd down. Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Running inside. It's Cobb. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Makes the grab on 3rd. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it on the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They're going back to the ground. Picks up the 1st down. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Might as well give it to him again. Maybe some room here. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
And just keep feeding this guy the football, and this scoreboard is going to keep lighting up. This dude is unbelievable. He needs just a little bit of space, and he has gone off to the races. This offense, David, has so many weapons, but this running back is a game changer.
He is, and so many weapons is right, and this defense has had absolutely no answer so far. Giving up way too many points early in this football game. They need to have a conversation on the sidelines. Get the defensive coordinator, get everybody involved. They need more juice, and they got to find some answers fast.
And the extra point is good. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Leavitt. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The screen, and watch out! The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets it out quickly. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Complete out left to Wilson. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Bringing the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Brown wants to pass. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. That's caught. It's Johnson. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Now the Tigers will spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's a heat. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the number 21 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Mountaineers engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. And now to your game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Durham. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. LSU right back to the line. Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Brown. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense of Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
Dropping back, it's Leavitt. Pressure coming, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Got a man, it's Johnson. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Keeps it himself. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. The give to Caden Durham. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. LSU quick to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The holding penalty pushes them back. It's 1st and 20. To throw, it's Leavitt. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Catch in stride inside the 15. Almost almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Here's Durham. Touchdown, Tigers! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Got enough for the first. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Auburn just keeps piling up yards on the ground, and they have done this for years and years.
Just stacking them up. That's who they are. That's what their identity is. They want to run the football first, establish the line of scrimmage, play physical. That's what great Auburn teams do.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. With the catch, it's Kane. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Brown will throw it. There's the pressure, and it's a sack.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Wants to bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Durham. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Back to the ground with the running back. Oh, he's still got more! Finding some room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. 1st and 10 for the offense. Brown wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Cobb. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Right on the money. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And a lapse in concentration will back them up 5, but still a 1st and goal. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The run inside. It's Cobb. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. And tackled there by the defense. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
That makes the score LSU 31-27. Number 45 sets a kickoff.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be knocked down. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Not a lot of room there, give him a couple to the 16. LSU right back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Leavitt. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Motion from the back.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Wants to throw on third. Under fire. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Haven't seen a lot of that in this game so far. This offense has been clicking on all cylinders, lighting up the scoreboard, high level of execution. They were looking good on this drive until that play right there. And finally, the defense is able to make something positive happen from themselves on a critical third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Zings it complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for a man. It's Leavitt. Gets it out fast. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Running the red zone. It's Durham. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Put 6 on the board.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
LSU 38, Auburn 27.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
On the run, fires downfield. The sure hands, it's Singleton. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Running inside, it's Cobb, and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback will keep it. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On the run, it's Cobb, fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Pacers, defense.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Brown will throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Bulldozes his way through. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Auburn lines up quickly. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he'll be brought down. 5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And he got it! And they're back within a score here in the fourth.
LSU 38. Number 45.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. On the move at the 30. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Dropping back, it's Leavitt. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The run inside. It's Cobb. Makes it past the marker. Nice move. Creates some space. He's loose down the left side. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. In the red area, it's Cobb. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50, the 30, running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The Tigers are back on top.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th.
45, Auburn, 36.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Brown wants to pass. Caught, and he's got room. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb, able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Makes the grab. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Cobb. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers are back on top. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Makes the grab, it's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off-play action. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The give to Caden Durham. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Back to throw. It's Leavitt. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. What a costly mistake, and what a big play by the defense to get turning it on. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Auburn lines up quickly. Running inside. It's Cobb. And they're able to make the tackle. It's 3rd and 5.
At the 14. Brings up third down.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Tight end now in motion. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the fourth. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. That's reeled in. It's Harris. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Man, he just continues to be on fire at the quarterback spot, continues to chew up yards over 100, over 200, over 300. Now we're over 450. Have yourself a day, young man.
The run inside. It's Wilson. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Leavitt. Here comes the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. Caught in the backfield. It's Nimrod. Tripped up for the tackle. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw, it's Leavitt. The screen, he can go! And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Terrific run after the catch, but the question is, will it stand? The flag is out, and let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
They get a big completion there, and I know there's a sense of urgency. This is a 2-minute drill, but there is still time on the clock. This quarterback understands how to manipulate that and work that. We'll be clocking it. We're going to be using the sidelines to our advantage, try to put ourselves in a position to win this game.
LSU quick to the line.
Well, there's no doubt where the quarterback's going to be looking in this 2-minute situation, trailing in this game. Tonight, time and time again, he has been feeding this guy the football, already over 100 receiving yards, and he comes up with a...
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Wants to pass. Using the quick game. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and we are all tied up late. Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Flips it out in the flat. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
Number 39, on to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give on the counter. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory. Alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Trying to run, it's Berry. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Makes the grab on the left. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They'll run it with Caden Durham. Touchdown LSU! They strike first in overtime.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score LSU 60, Auburn 53.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Brown wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to fire. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Auburn! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And they did tack on the extra point. Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes a catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Auburn doing business in the red zone. They'll run it. It's Cobb. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They're dealing with a second and long. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Now third and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's fourth down. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime with the touchdown. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.